Well, hello, folks. Hope you're all well. I was just going to quickly talk about this Notre Dame fire, which I'm sure you've heard discussed no end in the last few days. Very quickly, as this article says, they ruled out arson while the building was still burning. And, you know, the fact it happened on the Catholic Holy Week and all of these things. But so I don't know. I'm not here to make any conclusions about whether it was arson, whether it was an accident, whether it was a terrorist attack, or part of a wider agenda. I'm not here to say that because I simply don't know. But what is interesting is that this seems to have happened more than just the once in recent times. An article came out just after saying that Notre Dame fires sick ISIS fanatics praise devastating blaze and call it retribution. ISIS fanatics have posted a chilling message bidding au revoir to Notre Dame after the historic cathedral was ravaged by a devastating fire. So they came out with this poster, praising the fire as retribution. This is from ISIS. And I'm not sure about the accuracy. I have no confirmation about the source or accuracy of this, but this is another map that's been going around, supposedly showing the amount of church attacks and fires in recent times. Also this today, from New York, police arrest a man with petrol in St. Patrick's Cathedral in New York. He claimed to have been walking through the cathedral with the gasoline, trying to make his way to his car, but took a shortcut through the cathedral. That was 8 hours ago. That's today. So another story. And thanks to the team at Run to Christ, they have investigated this just briefly, and they've found an interesting pattern, at least, of a lot of church fires, arson attacks just in the last few months, and these ones are taken from the United Kingdom. Blackburn fire, town's oldest church gutted by blaze near city centre shops. A massive fire engulfed a 230-year-old church in the heart of Blackburn and destroyed part of the historic building. That's in the UK, and this is from Wednesday, April the 3rd, 2019, so very, very recently. And look at this. Third suspicious fire in Roseneath area destroys historic Anglican church. April the 10th, 2019. Third suspicious fire. A fire Tuesday night destroyed St James's Anglican Church in the village of Roseneath. The cause of the fire is deemed suspicious, the third such fire in the area in the last month. The area is about 50 kilometres south of Peterborough. Crazy. Another story here. Firefighters have been tackling a well-developed blaze at a church building. And this is a Scottish fire and rescue. West End of Glasgow. So another fire affecting a church building, March the 31st, 2019. So another very recent one. Then we go to major fire at Bethel Community Church and former nightclub Zanzibar in Newport City Centre, UK. This is in June 2018. Large fire. Bethel Community Church is also ablaze. Firefighters called to Rainford Parish Church after arson, 25th of January this year. This is in the UK. And All Saints Church, Rainford. Window at the church was also smashed. The fire caused damage to the floor and ceiling. The police say suspected to be a deliberate ignition. So another one. This is just in January this year. Bristol, UK. April 2019. This month. Bristol church destroyed by arsonists set to rise from the ashes as an event space for the city. Same kind of thing that was said about Notre Dame, about the rising from the ashes. It's one of the oldest churches in the city and has been closed since 2009. So, you see a pattern developing here. even if it's not, you know, these aren't all related. It's just an interesting pattern, and it's not really been covered by the mainstream media that there is this pattern. So just to show you really that there's been so many similar cases in churches. 23rd of December 2018, Prestwick Church, fire treated as suspected arson. Just at the end of this last year, Heaton Park Methodist Church, a fire broke out in a church last night, causing significant damage in a suspected arson, in which offenders fled the scene with valuable items. Smashed a number of windows, broke into the church, set fire. Let's carry on. Emergency crews thank public for support during large church fire in Royston, December the 10th, 2018. Saying a big thank you for overwhelming public support during their time spent tackling a church fire in North Hertfordshire. Crews were called to St John the Baptist Church in Royston in the early hours of Sunday morning, December the 9th. There we go. An investigation is now underway into the cause of the blaze, which police are treating as arson. No one was hurt during the incident. And last one we're going to look at here in Cornwall, UK, suspicious fire at church in Penzance. When was this? 26th of November 2018. Police are investigating a suspicious fire at a church in Penzance. Firefighters were called to St Mary's Church on Chapel Street in the early hours of Saturday morning. No one was hurt, but officers are treating the blaze as suspected arson. You know, very similar stories each time of arson, and that it wasn't, no one was hurt, but these are arson attacks and smash windows. So, do you find this interesting? It's very, very interesting to see this pattern, and this is just from the UK, and of course we've seen other things in France. Is this a terror-related thing? Or is this just the spirit of the age? That there's a lot of anti-Christian sentiment and there's a lot of rebellion in society? Is that more what this is? Is this a religious provocation? Or perhaps symbolic? Perhaps a deeper thing altogether? I don't know. I'm not making any guesses about what it is. Just thought I'd bring this to your attention today, that this is going on, and there are quite a few other similar events and attacks across Europe. Are we seeing some kind of judgment beginning at the house of God? I don't know. Take care of yourselves, and thank you for listening. Be at peace in the Lord Jesus Christ through whatever happens in this world. It's, you know, we have that comfort and we know that hope, and try not to be too distracted by the events that this world has. It's because we know where we're going, we know our hope is in heaven, and that we are safe in his arms. So God bless you, and take care.